Oh yes, bá mi nà wọ́n lẹ́gbàá àtòrí. Bá mi nà wọ́n lẹ́gbàá àtòrí bùlálà. Yes, you are welcome to the stream. Oh yes.
Records. We will work with you to build a Nigeria that is not corrupt. I bring you a message of hope. We are going to spend a lot of resources on education.
Yes, hi, good evening, London, good evening to you guys, good evening everyone. Yes, I sincerely hope that I meet you well, in top form and in great spirit. It is Friday today. To all my Muslim brothers and sisters, happy Jummah. I salute each and every one of you. You're so precious. Yes, it's extremely very hot today in London. The temperature currently in my location is about 30 degrees Celsius. Earlier on today, we've recorded in the same location 32 degrees Celsius. It is Friday today, the 12th day of the 8th month of August 2022. Yes, the time in London is 18:33 GMT, Greenwich Meridian Time, British summertime. As you can see, I just keep improving the quality of this stream. Now you can clearly see another very small screen you are looking at right in front of you here. You can see that, and you can clearly see the big one as well behind me. So this small screen in front of you, you can clearly see the full decapitation of the hopeless shithole country called Nigeria in the last 60 years. Obviously that wasn't the same country that I grew up. No, that wasn't the same country, to be very honest with you. Episode 193 of The Bleeding Edge is exactly what we want to deal with today. Umadike Eberechuku, good evening. Engineer Bukola Williams, good evening. Pastor Ade Ojenino, good evening. Mario Thompson, long time. Yes, you've said it yourself. Good evening. Narada Franklin, good evening. Episode 193 of The Bleeding Edge. That's exactly what we are going into today. Before we proceed, let me first of all wish one of our avid follower, listener, somebody that you know very well. She's probably out and about. It is her birthday today. Alaja Folake Alawiye, happy birthday to you. We wish you a very, very long life, good health, prosperity, and the very blessings from the heavenly realms. We wish you love. We wish you God's wisdom. The universal energy will walk in perfect harmony with your soul. Congratulations, many happy returns. I know you are out and about. Luis Peter, yes, thank you. You're watching the live stream from Istanbul in Turkey. Thank you very much, Luis Peter, and you're watching it as well on YouTube. Yes, I hope one day to visit both Moscow and Istanbul in Turkey. Although there was a time one of my Turkish friends said to me, I need to taste a Turkish liquor called Yeni Raki. I bought a small bottle of Yeni Raki, and I tell you what, I'll never go near it anymore. Now, Turkey, before Christianity was wiped out from Turkey, is now an Islamic nation, and they manufacture and they sell alcohol and liquor in Turkey. Islamic nation. Right. Episode 193 of The Bleeding Edge. I come in at odd hours. You remember in the last episode we treated 193, and I clearly once again used technology to buttress my argument, most especially on the fake silicon latex Muhammadu Buhari in Asorok. We're still going to go there again today. Yes, Luis Peter, you said Yeni Raki is a very strong alcohol made here in Turkey. I'll never go near Yeni Raki anymore. No, I won't. I think Yeni Raki is like about 70 or 80% alcoholic content. Yes, I'll never go near it. Okay, guys, let's deal with some of the softest part. And I've been watching a few clips on YouTube, and I've been monitoring quite a lot of other sites. There was this this particular clip. Yes, a young woman somewhere in East Africa. Yeah, okay. Now I think we are back. Yeah, we seem to have a little bit of connection problem. Yes, but now we are back once again because I can see what's going on in the studio. That's why it's kind of maybe, yeah, okay, let me do it this way. Okay, now because I want to see everything that is ongoing in here. Yes, okay, we are back, and let me get this one to rolling. Yeah, let me get this rolling too. Okay, now this one too is rolling. Okay, now we are back. Now, back to the topic. This lady, very young woman in East Africa. I've never seen that kind of thing, but hey, social media is really exposing some of the things that are clearly hidden from the glare of the public that we never see. This lady, a young woman, perhaps in her 20s, befriended one of a twin set. The twins, boys, were very identical, very, very identical. So what happened in this case was that this was a marriage of double doors, because this East African young lady subsequently married the twin brothers. So in other words, the two of them, they've got just one wife and they sleep together. Now, don't ask me how they take bed in turn, but to them the relationship has worked. And according to, because it was a short Facebook video clip, so the twins said they hope that their wife will give birth to a twins as well. See, one woman married twins, identical, because how that came up, she was unable to recognize her boyfriend. I think subsequently the other one slept with her and they both reached an agreement that they should cuckoo marry her. But some people, they've got hearts. Maybe they sleep on the same bed. Now what about the offspring that they will bring into the world? Because God said one man, one woman. A man can have many wives, but a woman cannot put 2 or 3 men in the same house. I know there are so many crazy things going on around the East African coast that we're just beginning to understand their culture. So, and they've been in this relationship for 2 years. That's the hard thing. I mean, I don't know, because for instance, what if one of the twin brother is honey, and he wants to, she Donitibi, and maybe the other one too is honey. So that means God forbid, what if the two brothers are honey all night, and this one wants maybe 3 hot rounds or 2 hot rounds, and the other one to want 2 hot rounds? So the woman will have to faragba 4 rounds in one night. What if this should continue for the next 1 week? Boy, I'm just thinking. And before we go into the other issues, remember I told you 62 years they've messed the brains of each and every one of us up. The collapse, the man that actually brought the complete collapse in the structural formation of the shithole country called Nigeria, to which many perhaps don't understand reasons why you all should start your blame for the mess in Nigeria from Gowon. Gowon should be held responsible, and I'm not going to withdraw that statement, and it is a known fact, minus all those founding fathers who knew exactly the score of things. But at least to some extent, they managed to control their territory. Awolowo tried as much as possible during the regional and parliamentary system of government to which the British handed down to you, because they knew, Britain knows the mess they've created with that stupid, hopeless Lugard 1914 amalgamation. They knew, and as such, to keep their enterprise in one place, because Nigeria was a business enterprise by the British, to keep that afloat, all what they did was to separate the western region from the eastern region and the northern region, so that each and every region can develop at their own pace. But to the surprise of both the east and the north, the rate at which the west developed infrastructurally, economically, financially, educationally, baffled not only the rest of the world, but it baffled the rest of the formation of that contraption called Nigeria. Again, to sọ ní Yorùbá fáwọn tó bá fẹ́ gbọ́ dáadáa ní èdè Yorùbá. Sherry, please, my English viewers, my Yoruba listeners, they continue to complain that I look after English all the time, and they're not quite happy. Again, sọ́ni èdè Yorùbá táwọn kan máa gbọ́. Mo ní ẹni tó yẹ kí gbogbo yín kẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ ọ̀rọ̀ gún ní ara, sọ̀rọ̀ sí ní ara, kẹ́ máa sọ̀rọ̀ burúkú fún, èèyàn tó dá gbogbo yánpọnyánrin ilẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òjìrè sílẹ̀, ẹni tó dá sílẹ̀ Yakubu Gowon ni. Ibi tí ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ wàhálà orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà tó gbé ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn. Torí pé kí ni, nígbà tí àwọn òyìnbó fẹ́ fún wa ní òmìnira, òyìnbó mọrú iṣẹ́ burúkú táwọn ti ṣe lórí 1914 amalgamation tí Lord Lugard tó fi kó ẹran mọ́ èrò, tó fi ní òun fẹ́ fẹ́ ìyàwó tó ní owó nísàlẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ọkọ tí ò lówó lókè ọya. Torí pé kí ni, ìgbà tí Lugard tó gbé amalgamation yẹn wá tó kó ajá pọ̀ mọ́ ẹran, àwọn òyìnbó mọ nǹkan, wọ́n mọ̀rú wàhálà táwọn dá sílẹ̀. Wàhálà yẹn tán dẹ̀ wá dá sílẹ̀, wọ́n dẹ̀ wá rí pé àwọn ará bíbá yìí o, àwọn èrò yìí o, wọn sọ̀rọ̀ kan náà, ọ̀rọ̀ wọn ò yẹra wọn o, oúnjẹ wọn ò ń ṣe nǹkan kan náà, ìwà wọn, ìṣe wọn kò ń ṣe kankan náà. Wọ́n dẹ̀ rọra sọ pé òkè o, ẹ̀yin Western Region ǹjẹ́ ẹ rẹ́dì? Bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ dẹ̀ sọ pé àwọn ti rẹ́dì, ṣùgbọ́n àwọn fẹ́ dúró de àwọn ará àwọn ìyókù káwọn kúkú gba gbogbo ẹ̀pọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà. Tó bá jẹ́ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o, ó ti yẹ káwa ti gba òmìnira títí wa láti 1957 bí wọ́n ṣe fún Ghana náà ní òmìnira títí ẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n ìgbà tí òmìnira yẹn dẹ̀ wá dé, ó ya gbogbo ilé ayé lẹ́nu. Bí Awólọ́wọ̀ bó ṣe gbé ìrìn àjò Western Region tó wá jẹ́ premier, bó ṣe gbé dìde, bó ṣe gbé lárugẹ, tó gbé ògo ilẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òjìrè tó gbé dìde káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé, t'Awólọ́wọ̀ gbé education tó gbé kalẹ̀ gbì, tó fi owó kòkó tó fi ń kọ́ gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀. Ẹ má gbàgbé MKO Abiola, owó kòkó náà lòun náà fi kàwé o. Now ẹ wá mọ nǹkan tó wá ṣẹlẹ̀. Àwọn ará òkè ọya àti gbogbo àwọn yòókù, àwọn alágbára ilé ayé àti Britain tó fún wa ní òmìnira, ẹ̀rù wa ń bà wọ́n wípé ọwọ́ tí Awólọ́wọ̀ fi ń gbé Western Region yìí lọ o, tán bá fún Awólọ́wọ̀ ní ọdún 10 sígbà tá a wà yá Awólọ́wọ̀, Western Region máa di super power o. Bọ́n ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní, bí àwọn òyìnbó ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní kó sí Tafawa Balewa, wọ́n ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní da gbogbo nǹkan rú nìyẹn. Bí Zik bó náà ṣe lọ align ara ẹ̀, ẹ má jẹ́ ká tiẹ̀ gbẹ́nu lọ sí election ìgbà yẹn tó yẹ kó jẹ́ pé Zik àtAwólọ́wọ̀ ló ti yẹ kán form alliance, àjọṣepọ̀. Ẹ má tí jẹ́ ká gbẹ́nu lọ síbẹ̀ because election yẹn Zik ló win, gbogbo figure yẹn wà ń bẹ́ẹ̀. Kò ṣe kọ́ta máa go through lẹ́nìí. Ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà, Gowon ló dá gbogbo ẹ̀rù. Orí Gowon ni gbogbo ẹ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní dàrú. Ẹ lọ mú Gowon, ó sì wà láyé. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ẹ máa sọ lóko ni ẹ lọ sọ lóko. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ẹ fẹ́ deal pẹ̀lú ẹ lọ deal pẹ̀lú ẹ. Gowon ló bá ìrìn àjò Nàìjíríà, òun ló bàjẹ́ because ìgbà tí ó ja civil war tán, kí ni nǹkan tó ṣe? Ó pín Nàìjíríà láti region 4, region 3 ní tẹ́lẹ̀. Ẹ̀tẹ́, Zik àti Tafawa Balewa àti Ahmadu Bello ló jẹ́ kán create Midwest out of the Western region. tó fi pé mẹ́rin. Midwest òun dẹ̀ nìkan ni the only region nígbà yẹn tó jẹ́ pé referendum náà fi ṣe ètò ẹ̀. Gowon wá dé, ẹ má jẹ́ ká gbẹ́nu lọ sí gbogbo bó ṣe di head of state o, military head of state, kò ṣe ẹ̀yìn Britain o. Tàbá rí ajá lájá ká pè lájá, tàbá dẹ̀ rí ọ̀bọ lọ́bọ ká pè ní ọ̀bọ, ẹ má pè ajá lọ́bọ kẹ́ pè ọ̀bọ lájá. Bó ṣe di head of state kò ṣẹ̀yìn British government. Bó ṣe pín Nàìjíríà láti 4 region sí 12 region, ibi tí wàhálà yẹn gbé ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ nìyẹn. Láti gbà yẹn ẹ̀yin rí kí ẹni Yorùbá kankan àbí ará ìsàlẹ̀ Southerner kó ní gboyà kó lóun fẹ́ create state ní Nàìjíríà. Gbogbo àwọn tó ti create state ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà yẹn ẹ lọ wo gbogbo wọn, Fúlàní ni gbogbo wọn pátá. Bola, you are welcome. Wọ́n da Gowon ní kẹtẹtẹ ya lọ mú. Ẹ jọ ẹni tí Gowon tó bá mọ̀ pé èèyàn Ọlọ́run, òun dẹ̀ níbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run, òun dẹ̀ fẹ́ wọ ìjọba Ọlọ́run ọba tó dáa, ẹ jọ torí Ọlọ́run ẹ lọ ní kó béèrè lọ́wọ́ Gowon pé ǹjẹ́ bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ nígbà tí bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ tó gbé bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ jáde kúrò nínú ẹ̀wọ̀n pé kó wá bá àwọn administer civil war, nígbà tí civil war yẹn dẹ̀ parí, kí ni bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ sọ fún Gowon? Bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ bẹ̀ Gowon pé jọ̀ọ́ ó yá educate the Nigerian children, education. If you take the political willpower, go on to educate the Nigerian children, not western region, the Nigerian children. Ǹjẹ́ go on ṣe? Kàkà kó ṣe, nǹkan tí go on sọ ni pé, well, I will say it in English. Money is not Nigeria's problem, but how to spend the money. Àwọn olórí burúkú tó ń lùlù yín àtórí Gowon ló ti bẹ̀rẹ̀, kò ń ṣe èmi o. Tafawa Balewa, Zik àti Amadu Bello wọ́n lè truncate kan máa dá sí internal squabble and politics of the western region the way bó ṣe kọ ẹ̀yìn Awólọ́wọ̀ àti Akíntọ́lá bó ṣe kọ síra wọn. Politics of deception. Ó dẹ̀ ti yẹ kí yẹn ti yé Jagarodi. Nǹkan tí ó wáyé most people tẹ́mi ṣe ń sọ pé kò ń ṣe Bọ́lá Tinubu ló yẹ kó máa lọ tún máa bá àwọn Fúlàní ṣe nǹkan papọ̀ mọ́. Nǹkan tó ju tàwa ẹ̀ ti rí. Information tó ti tẹ̀ wá lọ́wọ́, classified information, internal source tó tún jẹ́ pé gbogbo ẹ̀ wà ń bẹ̀ tá à ń gbọ́ tá a dẹ̀ ń rí. Àwọn documents tẹ́yìn ò rí, the top documents you never see, they come to us, they come to people like me. I'm going to show you this clip before we begin to go real deeper into the depth of what we have to treat this evening on The Bleeding Edge, episode 193. It is Friday today, the 12th day of the 8th month of August 2022. The time in London is 1859, fast approaching 1900, 7 o'clock p.m. London time. Welcome to the stream if you are just joining us. I'm yours and truly, Frank Bello. Now, I'm going to go into this next clip, and this next clip is going to lead us into what I'm about to show you, because it seems to me it's really getting to a situation whereby a lot of people, many people's eyes are beginning to open up. Let's do this. I'll do this. Let me bring in the browser in. Yes. No. Let me bring the browser in this way. Let me see. Yes, I think I should do it this way. And let me come back here. Guys, just give me this. Let me just bring this browser in. Okay. And I think it is this one. Yes. So I'll share my screen with you. Yes, Salaam alaikum, Alaji Osholade Alakufo. Okay, guys, I'm going to do this way for you. Okay, and this is a YouTube, and I will download the link onto it for you to go and watch the clip. Let me do it this way. Okay, let's roll this one. The land of tomorrow, Nigeria.
Hitting the village.
Do this.
Bizarre. And shock.
My specialty is baboon. I train them in such a way that when you look at them, things.
We dig beneath the surface world that appears day. Explore the myths that surround us in a group of baboons, snakes, and hyenas. Behind the spectacle, we discover a close-knit family that have a unique and controversial relationship with their animals, steeped in magic and tradition.
This is what we heard from our forefathers. Our children here are going to inherit their traditions.
But who are these people? And how do they live close to such dangerous animals?
Even when the animals hold us or bite us, it doesn't hurt.
Why are these shocking rituals like to continue? And what do they tell us about human-animal relations in 21st century Africa? The world of the hyena men.
If you work in IT, you need to Terra.
And all in one remote monitoring
and management
run your entire IT.
We're going to, yeah, because we are actually playing this from from YouTube.
Just unlimited devices.
You get it all.
Automated alerts. And software.
Sorry, I'm trying to free memory.
Ready to use ticketing, billing and invoicing.
Yeah, let's get out. Let's get out. This is part of it. Yeah.
Nigeria, a West African country, tarnished with a violent history of military dictatorships, corruption and fraud. It's Africa's most densely populated country, and over half of its 140 million people live in abject poverty.
You see that?
Our journey begins in the clogged heart of Lagos, Nigeria's most infamous city. Riddles the streets. Two out of three people live in slums. It's thick of Lagos that we're hoping to meet hyena men.
Hyena men from the north.
Our local contacts is that they are living at the back of this market. But we've been warned. They're constantly on the move, and it's difficult to find.
I can see you are welcome.
All the way from the north. And this, let me tell you guys, as a matter of fact, yes, I've posted the link so that you guys can actually watch that. Now, video, as you can see here, was filmed and uploaded onto YouTube 5th November. You can see the highlight, 5th of November 2021. And this is the of Bola Ahmed, and this is what we get.
Along with hyenas tied to the ground with heavy chains, gang members charm sackfuls of venomous anti-stripping snakes.
Now,
we also discover a troop of a dozen or so baboons.
to what's that?
But they're equally bad for the people who live here.
What's that?
Virtually no one has access to drinking water.
Nobody. You can see the animals too. You can see hyena right in the heart of us. This is Lagos. Now you guys can actually get onto YouTube and watch the full documentary.
Voodoo and use ancient magic to bring wild animals under their control.
Yeah, you can click on the link and then watch the full video. I was gobsmacked, and some people, and you can clearly see from the small screen as well, guys, this screen right in front of you, the state of Nigeria 62 years after independence. 62 years after independence. And last year, 5th November 2021, you can clearly see the date. That is the same Lagos. Some non-entities out there, some idiots out there, some hopeless people out there who perhaps fail to use their brains to poke their eyes and speak the truth to powers that be. I've never stopped and I've never relented in my efforts, at least in this struggle in the last 25 years. I haven't. I've made enemies. I've made friends. One thing that I am very proud of is the fact that at least I've got conscience, and when I sleep, when I subsequently give up and surrender to nature, let me tell you, I will have peace with God. Like me or hate me, truth hurts. That documentary terrifying animal gangs in Lagos, bringing wild animals from their enclave and then using them, living in the city with them. That is Lagos. Perhaps it is the same practice in the north. I mean, having been to the north myself, yes, I've seen one or two of such, but that is their territory. It's nothing for me to discuss. It is their land. That is the same Lagos. Bola Ahmed Tinubu and many stupid people now saying to me that because he's a Yoruba man, because it is the Emilokon turn, the Yoruba turn, and as such we should support Emilokon because he's Yoruba. Number one, let me tell you my own mind. In this 2023, I doubt if there will be a Nigeria. I doubt it, because Nigeria is kaput, is finished. Anyone that continue to tell you that there is a nation called Nigeria, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your precious time. Nigeria is finished. And guess what? The mere fact that in 2019 I made a lot of enemy. Alhaji Oshuolade, one of them, who even confirmed openly that he was even planning with some hackney boys that they will get rid of me at some point in time. But now that truth is out there and he can equally see it, he's got a change of heart. Many people still don't believe me, and many still thought that, oh, Muhammadu Buhari in 2019, and I said Muhammadu Buhari is dead. Muhammadu Buhari died, because the Muhammadu Buhari that we know, that you know, won't open his eyes. In 2015, yes, that nasty, hopeless Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was no good anyway. The real Muhammadu Buhari, yes, I stood by them, and I made it known to people that that man was struck, because just immediately after he was sworn in, I made a show and I told people that Muhammadu Buhari is a lightweight in the spiritual realm. I told people Muhammadu Buhari is this paper I am holding is more weightier than Muhammadu Buhari. The person that must rule Nigeria must not only believe in either the Bible or the Quran. Let me tell you, you have to believe in Isheshe traditional religion. Even with the Isheshe self, let me tell you, you just don't have one, you have them many. I told you, this paper, I made a show was weightier, has got more weight than Muhammadu Buhari, and that he needed to step up his spiritual side of his life. I can confirm authoritatively to you, the real Muhammadu Buhari was spiritually attacked and he never survived it. So the attack that was meted on the authentic Muhammadu Buhari, combined with his medical condition, he never survived. Never survived. He died in the end. And then what they've done, the Fulani oligarch, what they've done, they then looked back. Remember the number of occasions, on those number of occasions that you've got a southerner ruling, they all came to power by accident. Gowon, a middle belter, came to power. Gowon is not real Hausa man. He's from Plateau State. It was an accident that brought Gowon to power. Obasanjo in 1976, after the death of Murtala Mohammed, equally got to power by accident. In fact, Obasanjo declined that position, and let me tell you emphatically, it was T.Y. Danjuma that said to Obasanjo that he must go for it. He has to go because he was the Chief of Staff Supreme Headquarters, second in command to Murtala Mohammed. So many of the Hausa Northern Middle Belt officers in the army, they all said Obasanjo must go, that he must be the head of state. So that was how he became the head of state. And guess what? Quickly, in 1979, he handed over back to who? Another Fulani man. Hope 93, MKO Abiola won gallantly. No question. You can't fault that elections. But I still have my own reservations of the elections, because when MKO Abiola was campaigning, he said he will bring hope to the hopeless. That was how I went the opposite direction with MKO Abiola. Bring hope to the hopeless? Who made those Nigerians hopeless? He was MKO Abiola was part and parcel of the corrupt system too, because he was a beneficiary of the same corrupt system and a sponsor of many of the military coups in Nigeria. What happened? Fulani agenda ignited. Obasanjo that said emphatically in Hope 93 that MKO was not the very best candidate. The friction between those two. Imagine a northerner annulled Hope 93. And guess what? Put together an interim national government headed by who? Another Egba man, a Yoruba man that was never prepared, that never thought he could get there. I'm not going to go into those details. There are so many things wrapped up inside that. And then guess what? 3 months down the line, another Fulani man, Sani Abacha, struck. In a recent video, Obasanjo said emphatically that he should have been killed, and that out of the 3 of them that were incarcerated by Sani Abacha himself, MKO, Shehu Musa Yaradua, his deputy, and the senior brother to Umaru Yaradua, MKO and Shehu Musa Yaradua never came out live, but he was the only one that came out live. And guess what? Many other secrets wrapped inside that, because it was not just only those lots that Abacha wanted to eliminate. Abacha equally wanted to eliminate IBB too, because IBB will stand on his way. I'm not going to go into those secret lineage for you, but guess what? Abdusalam Abubakar then became military junta, and in no time they drafted in Obasanjo in again by accident. And then Goodluck Ebele Jonathan equally became president by accident, because Umaru Yaradua died. Now look at it this way. In power, Sani Abacha died. In power, Umaru Yaradua died in power, in office. And each and every time Fulanis die in power, the South will now take over power. Which was why when the real authentic Muhammadu Buhari died, they said, no, this one will not go agree. We no go agree, oh, we no go agree. Fulani, we no go agree. That was the mantra. And that was why they kept on bringing you different faces of a different Muhammadu Buhari. And I proved it. That Buhari, authentic one, was long buried in Saudi Arabia. The same cemetery that Idi Amin was buried. The real authentic one, the real authentic Muhammadu Buhari won't be alive and then see a country he presided over disintegrate to such a terrible situation. Esther Iwetuga, you're welcome to the stream. Hey, Nadine Saunders, how are you? Yeah, I saw that. Are you still in the United States? Yeah, I saw you. I saw. Yeah, is it your birthday again too, Nadine? I don't know if it is your birthday today, but I don't know. But I saw two. I can't remember, but I remember Folake Alawiye. How are you anyway? Yeah. Text me your number, please, onto that WhatsApp displayed in front of the screen. Yeah. Start away to go. Let's post your comment. You said the Yorubas have been suffering for a long time. It is time now. The battle is 4th and 1. Thank you. Narada Franklin, are you still on? Let's post your comment. You said T.Y. Danjuma guaranteed Obasanjo's life after the death of Murtala Mohammed. Yes, in February. Yes, Friday, 13th February 1976. I'll never forget. Taiwo Suffolk. Let's post your comment. You said you are on point. Yoruba Nation declaration is imminent. Yeah, last year Idumare. Yalori, thank you. Nana Moran, good evening. Now, guys, like I said, and I will keep on saying that, and I'm not shy and I'm not too scared saying it, that as for me, Bola Tinubu or no Bola Tinubu, Peter Obi or no Peter Obi, Atiku Abubakar or no Atiku Abubakar, guys, I am sick and tired of Nigeria. In as much as I am sick and tired of Nigeria, so also I hate Nigeria so passionately. I'm saying this online. Right all the way from Gowon down to any of those councillors in today's Nigeria in local government, they are all failures. They should break up Nigeria. And I'm not going to stop in my campaign in telling the whole world that we need to go our separate ways. Just like Hong Kong was handed back over to China after the 100 years of contract. The 100 years amalgamation of Nigeria ended in 2014. I don't see a situation whereby myself, as a very proud, bona fide, conservative Yoruba man, will rub shoulders with the northerners in my father's land. It's not possible. Yes, I believe if we should get back our land and manage everything ourselves, control our destiny ourselves, yes, there are loads of negotiations that ought to go. But as for me, I hate that country called Nigeria so passionately, and Nigeria is disgusting to my bone marrow. You see, why am I saying this? You can clearly see that small television screen in front of you. Please, I challenge those who are campaigning for Bola Ahmed Tinubu to please tell me, showcase one of Bola Ahmed Tinubu's achievements in Lagos, and I will tell you exactly what Alhaji Lateef Jakonde did in 4 years in Lagos State between 1979 and 1983. UPN, Unity Party of Nigeria, campaigned. They never bribed anyone. Campaigned on 4 cardinal programs: free education for primary school and secondary school, free and compulsory education, and those free education came with free textbooks, everything free, no tuition fee. Schools Management Board administer each and every area. They've got their own schools management board. Ilukpeju Axis, Amgrove, Ilukpeju, Fadeyi, I think they've got their own schools management board. Ikeja, they've got theirs. And there is coordination between the combined schools management board across the nooks and crannies of Nigeria to deliver education. In 4 years, Alhaji Lateef Jakonde constructed the low-cost housing estate in Iponri, in Abeson, and Amuwodofin, Clean Clear. Free health care services. And then 4, gainful employment. And when you look at those 3 other areas, employment is automatically wrapped inside them anyway, because the healthcare sector will have to employ nurses and doctors. In hospitals, general hospitals across the states. And it was the same replica in Oyo State that the late Chief Bola Ige, who was subsequently killed by both Obasanjo and Atiku. Yes, Ogbaenu Milati Mamaso. Yes, Esther Ewetoga, Tinubu turned Lagos into a ghetto. That was a classic example. Classic example of what we have just played you. Episode 193 of The Bleeding Edge is exactly what we are treating today. The time in London is 1933. Today, Friday, 12th day of the 8th month of August 2022. Let's do it this way. Bami una wọn lẹ́gbàá. Oh yes.
nílẹ̀ Yorùbá pátápátá mi ò yọjú sọ́ba mi ò dìtẹ̀ mọ́ba àmọ́ ṣá gbogbo ẹni tó bá gbàgbọ́dé fún wa. Ó bára bá mi rún wọn tìletìle bá mi pa wọn tọrọ àgbáríwọ àwọn wà Fúlàní mọ́ ṣebí wọ́n pa wá kiri wọ́n dọ́ wa láyà wọ́n dọ́ wa lọ́mọ àgbáríwọ máa ò wá wọn mọ́ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá lórí ẹ̀ náà ṣe ìní wá lára oúnjẹ ti ọ̀wọ́n gbogbo òkè ọ̀wọ́n gbogbo ẹ̀pọ̀ àníkà máa lọ wọ́n gbàgbọ́dé fún wa wọ́n dọ́ wa láyà o Ọlọ́run ọba wò wá náà wọ́n pa wá lọ́mọ gbogbo èrè oko pátá.
This is Nigeria 62 years after independence, and they want, you see, they want to cajole me. I'm the hardest man. It's not possible.
Films and Records.
We will work with you to build a Nigeria that is not corrupt. I bring you a message of hope.
We are going to spend a lot of resources on education.
You see, Loriro. Loriro. Lies upon lies. They keep lying to you. They keep deceiving you. But because some stupid individuals who believe, oh, tiwa, let me tell you, if politicians, they've done the right thing right all the way from the era of Gowon, because that is, Gowon is the bane, the creator, grand master of our problems. If they've done the right, let me tell you, looking at a Muslim ticket, or we shouldn't be looking at a Christian Muslim ticket. We should be looking at the qualifications and experience of those leaders. You see, all those people, you see, Nigeria is the only country that I know that in this world, the imbeciles are your rulers. And you know why? Because they've looted money so much. They've stolen money. They've stolen your treasury. I will all this as well. Think. Yeah, it's coming back now. I will have to get. Yes, we are coming. Yes, we are back again. Yes, the signal is, it seems there are loads of people trying to connect, hook up onto the network at the same time. Yes, it is still on amber. It's going to go green, and your screen should be stabilized very, very shortly. Yeah, it's coming back. Yeah, I've taken out many of the okay, let's take this one too off, and let's see. Yes, I've taken that one too off, and we should get, yes, Narada Franklin, you said it is most unfortunate that the vast majority of the Southerners believed the one Nigeria myth. Nigeria, an expire nation stroke entity. Thank you very much for that, Narada. Now the network is now back to its full strength. Yes. Okay, now guys, you know my problem with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The problem with Bola Ahmed Tinubu is that the Fulani oligarch, they are masters of the Fulanis, they are masters of the game. And same way they killed MKO. If Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not killed that way, I was glad somebody did made mention of something, and I will play that for. Let me bring that in for you guys. Let me try and yeah, I know I've got it somewhere. Okay, now let me bring that in. I was meant to upload that. Yeah, apparently I think I did, but many of you perhaps you've not seen it. Okay, so let's see that. It is in Yoruba. I'll try as much as possible to explain that to some of you that are non-Yorubas. Yeah, I think it is here. And then we will quickly go into something I worked on. Where is it? Yeah, I think it is this one. Yeah, it is this one. Okay, guys, let me see. Okay, I will yes, I will have to do it this way, guys. Just hold it. Yeah, I did something today, and yeah, just a minute. I want to try and fit it into the TV screen. Yes. Just a minute. I like perfection. Okay, now let's do it this way. It is in Yoruba, and all of you that are Yorubas, you will enjoy this. Now let's roll it.
Warning. The following program contains graphics and images that some people may find disturbing and traumatizing. Some of the violent content may be too intense for some viewers. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. NuMediaTV.
You are welcome to Tribe TV. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing so you won't miss out any of our latest video.
Mo fẹ́ kí àwọn Nàìjíríà mọ̀ pé ẹ má sọ pé àwa Nàìjíríà wa sójà yóò gbìyànjú. Àwọn olórí burúkú tẹ kó sínú House of Assembly. Àwọn wèrè tẹ kó síbẹ̀. Àwọn náà ń fi kíní yìí náà fi ń jẹun. Ṣẹ́rí gbogbo tí mo bá sọ lọ fact check ní 2021. There was in 2020, they budgeted 650 billion.
650 billion
for the Nigerian army. That fight insurgents.
That's a lot of money.
In 2021, they budgeted 780 billion, including 4 billion for Operation Lafia Doli.
Can you hear that?
In 2022, it's 140 billion. The budget to fight insurgents. This thing has become cash cow between the senators. 2 weeks ago, precisely 3 weeks ago, 350 Nigerian soldiers now crossed the border Cameroon.
Listen. Listen to that.
That is survive. A local newspaper that 150 Nigerian soldiers disappeared. So what on pattern burial and these same people. So that he did the woman kékeré tán pa Tiwalade ọmọ Akínlówó ọmọ Air Force.
Tolúlọpẹ́
Arótilé. It was a plan.
Did I not tell you? You see?
Push àwọn Arábí wọn ti ń lọ, wọ́n wá kọ́lẹ̀ padà wálé. Wọ́n wá lo èèyàn kan wọ́n ló reverse mọ́tò lẹ́yìn ìgbà tó ti gun lábẹ́rẹ́. Reverse mọ́tò ẹ ṣe ìmọ̀ ọmọ ilé-ìgbò because ó ti ń go beyond ibi tán. Ẹ wo General Adeniyi tẹ bá wo fídíò kan tó ń sọ pé sir the moral is high, we only have a casualty, we can move it. Wọ́n mú fún mayẹ̀ wọn náà gbé lọ special duty.
And it was court martial.
Tó bá ti dìgbà tá à ń súnmọ́ àwọn ará bíi Lai Mohammed ló máa call pé oṣù.
Did you hear that? Lai Mohammed will call them.
One need as a call from the presidency. So kìíní wọ́n mọ tó ń ṣe náà nígbà tí kìíní tó ti ń gé ẹnu ọ̀nà wọn náà fẹ́ impeach president. Ó ti ń gé ẹnu ọ̀nà because ẹni bá sọ̀kò sọ́jà kò mọ̀ pé ń bọ̀ wá para léwu.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sà.
Òkùtọ́ sọ́wọ́ pẹ̀lú ìjọ kìíní àná ló ti ń padà wá bá wọn yìí.
Kábíyèsí.
Ẹ wo bàbá tẹ pè ní Tinubu bàbá yìí. Ẹ wo ẹni tó mú as a running mate.
Shetima.
That's why I'm from Cameroon, Shetima and Modu Sherif. Àwọn tó dá Boko Haram múlẹ̀ ní ọlọ́pàá.
Kábíyèsí. Gọ́fúnà ọ̀ma ní tẹ́lẹ̀ sá. Gómìnà.
Àwọn tó dá Boko Haram múlẹ̀ nìyẹn sẹ́, since Boko Haram ló wà ní kọmíṣánná àwọn méjèèjì both Modu Sherif and Shetima.
Six Boko Haram commissioners in Shetima's government and Sherif's administration.
I straight from all the southern Kaduna, from Jaji to Kachia, from Kachia to Jama'a, from Jama'a to Kafancha, Kafancha to Gidanwaya to Gudugudu to Mancho, to Saminaka, to Jadindi, come down to Todamo division in Jos. So when you're talking about the security, I know this thing is a cash cow. They are using it to make money. Àwọn tó dẹ̀ ń ṣe okay nígbà tó ń mú àwọn tó sọ wọn tó ń sponsor wọn kí ló dé tó ń sọ pé don't name names ṣé ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ náà yẹn.
àgbọ̀yé sà.
don't name names tẹ́ bá gbọ́ kí ni kò sí media station Nàìjíríà tó ní ìmúlùkọ àfọwọ́ media Dubai gbogbo ọ̀tá sponsor kí ni wọ́n wà náà wọn National Assembly yẹn.
kàbíyèsí.
Listen to that. Emma Bow.
Wọ́n ti sọ̀rọ̀ àjẹ gbogbo wa. Ṣé rí àwọn táǹkó tẹ́lẹ̀ rí wọn ní tírélà tẹ̀ ń kó wọn bọ́lẹ̀ nígbà tẹ́ rí wọn ẹ̀rí nǹkan ọjà lọ́wọ́ wọn o. Àwọn tó fẹ́ lọ lo nǹkan ọjà tán ti kó sí South West nìyẹn. Gbogbo kíni kó wà lọ́wọ́ àwọn youth ẹ̀yin youth ṣẹ́rí ní 1992 sá ẹ má ní mo sọ̀rọ̀ ju ní 1992 àti mo join army. Our chief of army staff there was Colonel Abdulsalam Abubakar to later the head of state kó hand over fún Ọbásanjọ́ ó sọ fún wa lọ́jọ́ kìíní àná nígbà tá à ń graduate in deport Nigerian. Only you people are the gallant soldier. You are the leader of tomorrow. 1992, she did the battle after 30 years. Me ò jẹ́ local government chairman, ǹjẹ́ councillor. Àwọn tó sọ lọ́jọ́ kìíní àná, àwọn náà ṣe wà lórí oyè o.
You see? In fact, from go on.
Ṣé àṣírí kan tẹ́ mọ̀ fún yín? Gbogbo yín lẹ́rán tí EndSARS tẹ̀ ṣe ní.
Listen to EndSARS.
Peaceful EndSARS. Peaceful EndSARS. Ẹni tẹ́ fẹ́ dìbò fún lèmi ìpèní tèmi ń pè ní àgbẹ̀yìn tèmi pè láṣíwájú. Àgbẹ̀yìn lè
mọ̀ àgbẹ̀yìn.
Ṣàṣíwájú. Nígbà tó rí pé kíní yìí ó ń ba nǹkan jẹ́ fún òun ó fún Sanwó Èpè tẹ̀yìn pè ní Sanwó-Olú Sanwó Ọ̀ràn ó fún ní ọ̀dà Lagos Garrison Command ni mo ti ń sáf Lagos Garrison Command ní Kòyí ibẹ̀ jẹ́ commandant wa ní General Buba òun náà give order wọn ò ní káwọn sójà yẹn jáde lọ shoot to window wọn ò ní ká lọ play ká lọ shoot ammo blank ammo wọn ní ká lọ shoot to kill Brigadier General kiloko Buba òun ló give order pé kọ́ jáde òun ní commandant Lagos Garrison Command as of that time. Nígbà tí kìíní yíyọ tó yíyọ máa ṣe yẹ ẹ wo máa tó wá sí kìíní tó ń set up yẹn tó kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ deny tí Sanwó-Olú tó ń deny pé òun kọ́ tí máa yẹn sọ pé Sanwó-Olú ló fò ní ọ̀dà. Ṣé nígbà tí ọ̀dà yìí ń wá tán níbo nígbà tí kìíní yẹn yíwọ́ níbo ní agbẹ̀yìn tẹ̀yìn pé aṣíwájú mo ló sá lọ.
Ó sá lọ France sá. Wọ́n á ṣe o.
Ó sá lọ sí France. Ṣèbí ìgbà tó ń padà bọ̀ lẹ́yìn kan ti pa ṣé mọ òkúta lọ bẹ́rì tán kó sínú odò rí wọn. Táwọn sójà yẹn kó lọ.
But daddy nǹkan tí tó bá the few interviews tí ọ̀gbẹ́ni tó ń pè ní Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu àti àwọn supporter APC wọ́n máa ń jẹ́ nínú gbogbo ìgbà pé àwọn tí wọ́n pa àwọn èèyàn wọn dà pé kò sóògùn kankan tó pa ní EndSARS ó lè jẹ́ nǹkan tí ó yà wá lẹ́nu.
Ẹgbọ́n ni kí Tinubu yìí ń sọ ó sọ fún yín pé àwọn kan ti shoot pé wọ́n ní answer láti question láti answer. Nígbà tí bọ̀bọ̀ yìí ń bọ̀ ṣe bí àwọn èèyàn náà tó lọ pàdé ẹ̀ tó sọ pé àti tíjì Jagaban of Lagos gbogbo ẹ̀ la rí. Ṣé òun fi yín ṣé rí ẹjẹ́ kí n sọ pé nìkan fún yín ṣé rí ẹni tó ń gbébọ̀ wá fún yín yìí wọ́n fẹ́ mú wa wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n ní Yorùbá ní sàn máa dúró ṣùgbọ́n kílẹ̀ tó pòṣìkà ń rere àti bàjẹ́ o ẹ jẹ́ kí n ṣe example Ukraine àti Russia fún yín. Ṣé mo gbà tí Russia ti ń fight láti gba Ukraine wọn ò tí ì rí gbà o. Ṣé rí àwọn tó wọlé sí South West kì í ṣe pọ́n máa gbà bọ̀ kójú wá tó là wọ́n ti pa ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀. Tí ò dẹ̀ yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Tí ò yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Ṣé ní gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́sán pé wà ní Lekki phase 1 Lekki phase 2 bẹ́ẹ̀ gbádùn wọ́n ń bọ̀ wá kan lẹ̀kọ́ máa ní kọ́mọ máa ní gé yín lọ́nà fún ọmọ máa dúdú yín ẹni tẹ́ ma tí ẹ̀ bá tètè ṣe kíákíá. Níbi tí mo ti wá I'm from Ondo State kò jìnnà ọ̀rọ̀ broad daylight náà lọ massacre ọlọ́mọ broad daylight o àwọn tó ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn wọ́n wá láti ta wọ́n ti wà nínú ọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n ti mọ gbogbo kọ̀rọ̀kọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n ti mọ gbàgbọ́ lè ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn àwọn tó rán wọn kìíní ẹ sẹ́tọ̀pù àmọ̀tẹ́kùn ẹ kó gilé wọn lọ́wọ́ ẹ gbé ṣàkàbọ̀là lé wọn lọ́wọ́ ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo àwọn ìfọ̀kà wọn tó Fúlàní wọ́n ń gbé 1847 wọ́n ń gbé Kalashnikov wọ́n ń gbé bàbá tó kó owó wa jẹ tó lọ fi ra lé káàkiri gbogbo Arab country
àti bratai.
iṣẹ́ ìtura sí kìíní là ń sọ ni òun náà tún múlẹ̀ ní àti Nigerian ambassador sí Benin Republic.
ìyàlẹ́nu ló jẹ́ sáà.
Yorùbá wọ́n ń dúró.
àwọn ọba kan ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá wọ́n máa fi burata ìjẹ jagun mọ́lú ọ̀wọ̀ kọ́lọ́run jẹ nfa ìjà.
kò ń ṣe ọba kan fẹ́ gbogbo ọba South West bẹ̀rẹ̀ látòrí Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀ olè ní gbogbo.
kábíyèsí.
pátápátá wọ́n ti tà wá àti Olúwo ọ̀fìwó gbogbo wọn ti ta Yorùbá wọn ti ṣe bí Adó Èkìtì ìwé ọ̀fadé Èkìtì òun náà tún mú Fúlàní kan oní sẹ́ríkì ọ̀fìn ṣé wọn mọ̀ tó máa sẹ́ríkì ṣé ọba ń pé méjì láàfin ni torí nǹkan máa jẹ iná.
ọba ìpè méjì láàfin o ìjòyè lè pè mẹ́fà láàfin.
àìsàn Ìgbò rárá ṣé ẹ máa rí ìdè
sí Sọ̀ní ti fi kọrin o.
wọ́n mọ rídì tó ṣe ń bẹ̀rù Peter Obi rídì tó ṣe ń bẹ̀rù Peter Obi Peter Obi ò campaign ó ń ṣe movement lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ wọ́n mọ̀ pé tí màmí bá débẹ̀ tí wọ́n tán òun náà ṣe sọ pé ẹ jẹ́ ká lo bọ̀bọ̀ tó fẹ́ kó tòun tàn láàyè tó ń pè ní agbẹ̀ǹtẹ̀gbẹ̀ láṣíwájú because èmi sọ fún àwọn èèyàn kan mo ní tí Nàìjíríà bá sì wà o
you see
possibility wà ojú ọ̀nà máa gbé síbẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ kò sí possibility kó máa lọ́dún kankan tó gun lábẹ́rẹ́.
you see that wọ́n máa gun lábẹ́rẹ́ then Shettima will then become the president.
Nàìjíríà sọ tí president bá kú sá.
deputy ló máa wà.
ló máa take over.
Shetty ẹ ti get calculation yẹn but there won't be any 2023.
Shetty báyìí the same Kanuri man tó mú yìí ọ̀hún Fúlàní ló ṣe ń padà bọ̀.
òun dẹ̀ burú já.
àní àwọn tájà Boko Haram múlẹ̀ nìyẹn sẹ́yìn. Òun àti Mọ́dù Sheriff they use it for their political talks. Àwọn arábìnrin wájú ok bèrè báwo àwọn arábìnrin ṣe rí jẹ́ bí weapon ta ló ń kó fún wọn. Ẹgbẹ́ tó máa ń dùn mí jù olóòtú ni pé ká máa sọ pé America British mo ní kó àwọn arábìnrin ní problem tiwọn. Ẹ lọ wo sí Nigerian Port Authority kò sí nǹkan tó ń ṣàṣì máa ń bẹ̀. Tọ́ba ti ní pé sẹ́nitọ̀ kan ló lélẹ̀ wọ́n máa mú fún kọ̀ǹtẹ́nà yẹn jáde ni.
wọ́n tẹ̀ ní kankan tó máa ń pè ní landport ní north tó jẹ́ pé gbogbo ẹrù tó máa ń dé wọ́n máa ń mú ìwé lọ sí landport wọn ni.
wọ́n mú fún wa láti nìjẹ́ ìwọ́nú ilé kí lè fi ìgbọ́n ṣe close border tiwa àníkà máa ló ń jẹjẹ wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé stomach paper trustor ló ń dà wá Yorùbá láàbù.
Thank you for watching. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing so you won't miss out any of our latest video.
My name is Akin Abi. I'm a video director and TV producer of...
Yes. There you are. Guys. There. You are. Not me. You can clearly hear that from the horse's mouth. You see, a man who's been in the army since 1992, giving you a clear picture of what is deadly ahead of you. Now, before we start bringing this stream to an end, episode 193 of the Bleeding Edge. Today, Friday, the 12th day of the 8th month of August 2022. Time in London, 1959. Almost approaching 2000 hours, which is 8 o'clock. Yes, and we've been on an hour 35 minutes. Let's do this. Let's take this last leg before we bring the stream to an end. Now, I gathered that well, this was actually an information that was actually released by a guy called Bulama Bukati. And Bulama Bugatti made it known the atrocities between the government and the terrorists on the Kaduna Abuja train hijack. And I want to give you the synopsis or the gist between the dump imbecile and useless regime in Abuja claimed they have done. I'm going to give you an insight. And if you still think honestly that it is Muhammadu Buhari in Asorok, you're wasting your precious time. Did you hear that? You're wasting your precious time. Now, for me, some people will still doubt it. But if you are in doubt that the fake dodgy latex government in Abuja is clueless, they don't know what they are doing, I want you to go back and check exactly what Garba Shehu, who speaks on behalf of a fake dodgy latex Muhammadu Buhari in Asorok, told the BBC Hausa. I think it was yesterday. He gave the BBC Hausa an audience in Abuja. He said the fake dodgy government in Abuja gave the Abuja train attackers all their demands. But the attackers refused to free, or in other words, release the victims in their captivity. Are you following? Okay. Now, he said that's because the terrorists outsmart them. Terrorists outsmart a whole state government, a whole government that's had several billions of dollars budgeted to fight insecurity and insurgents. Terrorists outsmart government. What a whole load of nonsense. Okay, let me tell you, here's what that Okponu Garba Shehu said. He said, first, the gang leader, the terrorist gang leader, listen to this very carefully, demanded the release. The terrorist gang leader demanded from your useless Abuja government the release of his pregnant wife who is in jail. Terrorist wife, government captured terrorist wife, and then terrorist demanded government should release his pregnant wife that is in jail in government's safekeeping. Now, the fake Fulani government of Buhari, listen to this, they took the terrorist pregnant wife to a hospital where she gave birth to twins. Terrorist wife gave birth to twins. At what? Whose expense? The ordinary taxpayers. So now we've got 3 people in the safekeeping of the fake dodgy latex Muhammadu Buhari, the twins that were born by the wife of the leader of the terrorist, the twins plus the wife, 3, and those 3 were all freed after the terrorist wife gave birth. The 3 of them were freed. Yes, Alaja Folake Alawiye, I've sang you a happy birthday song to wish you a happy birthday earlier on, because I told the whole world, and we've prayed for you. Maybe you have to watch that from the beginning. Good evening. And I said maybe you were out with your grandchildren and you're having a good time. Once again, happy birthday. Okay, guys, back to where we were. So 3 of them were freed. Now, the terrorist leader then refused to free his own victims of the bargain. But guess what? He then demanded again the release of 6 or 7 members of his gang's children from prison. His gang, the children of his gang, he demanded the release of 6 or 7 of them. Not only did the government, fake dodgy latex government, release those people again from jail, to make matter worse, the fake dodgy latex government of Muhammadu Buhari in Asorok sent a plane down from Adamawa. They sent a plane, the Fulani government in Abuja, controlling the shots through a fake dodgy latex Muhammadu Buhari, sent a plane to fly those 6, 7 children's members, the gang leaders members, terrorist gang leaders members from Adamawa, where they were detained. And guess what? Those ones too were delivered to the terrorists. And this is the same government that Jagarodi wants to take you to the extra level. First, it was a change mantra. Second, they said next level. Next level is where we are now. And Jagarodi wants to take you to an extra level. And they want me to be part and parcel of Jagarodise nonsense. I don't care what anybody says. For me, calling Bola Ahmed Tinubu Jagarodi, I don't care. Tough on you. Fuck you. You call me names, or you say I want more Yoruba kan Yoruba ronu. Yoruba òṣìwò ló ń ronú. Ayé àtijọ́ nìyẹn, man. The world is not static. Again, they refuse to release the victims. After they flew aeroplane to Adamawa to collect those ones. You see? Terrorists again refused to release their victims. Instead, guess what? Those motherfuckers asked for money. Now tell me, is this not the worst negotiation you've heard? For me, this is the worst of any negotiations I've had in my life. The worst. You see, the fake dodgy latex Muhammadu Buhari and the hopeless, ridiculous Fulani government of Nigeria, they had their wife and 10 children, and they gave up all without taking yours. Fulani government gave terrorists all the 10, and the terrorists never gave them back anything. And you think you are dealing with a real Muhammadu Buhari in Asorok? And you think you are dealing with a trustworthy person? Cash and carry should be no brainer here. They keep extracting oil from the south, and the taxes from our booze and liquor in the south to pay their hopeless, ridiculous terrorists. And you think they have clues on what they're doing? They are clueless. An administration, a fake, dodgy, silicon latex Buhari's administration that thought they could trust terrorists. So they kept giving them more and more and taking nothing in return. Clueless. So in the end, to cut this long story short, in the end, the terrorists received 11 good members of their gang through negotiation. 11 they received from a fake, dodgy, latex Muhammadu Buhari. 11 they received. And then, by their own act, terrorist act, they freed 69 of their members from Kuje by force. And then they made, guess what, over 1 billion naira in ransom. Yet 31 passengers from the Kaduna Abuja train attack are still in captivity. Who knows how much terrorists will make again? And with all these resources flowing from Asorok to the terrorist, imagine how big their next attack could be. This is the same country they want you and I to be part and parcel of. And on this note, yes, let's end the stream exactly 2 hours. Thank you very much, Alaja Falake Alawiye. Thank you each and everyone that came in to watch the stream. So that for those who may wish to watch a rebroadcast, we make things easier for them. Now, if you've not done so, please click the like and following buttons from whichever of the pages you're watching the live stream from. On YouTube, yes, like the page, subscribe to the channel, and then click the bell icon for all notification, and you will surely be notified. And on this note, let me seize the opportunity to thank each and every one of you that are indoors and are still indoors from the beginning right up to the end. Join us when we screw it up again. The next episode will be episode 194. Join us, and I wish you all the very best. I wish you God's guidance. I wish you love. I wish you happiness. And until next time, take good care of yourselves and happy weekend. Good night.